In this wonderful video, we are going to look at least one example of using stoichiometry to find particles, okay? Because you do have to use Avogadro's number, and I just want to put out an example to make sure you have one in your notes, okay? All right, so I wrote this out so you didn't have to waste the time to watch me write it all out, okay? So how many particles of aluminum hydroxide are produced when 1.18 grams of calcium hydroxide react, okay? And I have this equation. So following the, of course, wonderful 5 steps of Stoich, step 1 is to balance your equation, okay? So, okay, you can think of it, Great Wall of China. Whatever's on the left has to equal whatever's on the right, okay? 1 calcium, 1 calcium. Looking good so far, right? 2 hydroxides, 3 hydroxides. F, okay? So, I need 2 of these, 3 of these. Cool, now hydroxides are balanced, calciums are screwed up. I need 3 calciums, 3 calciums. Now I have 6 chlorines. 6 chlorines, 2 aluminums, yay. All right, cool, so I balance my equation. Now I start with my given. My given was, there goes my pen, 1.18 grams of calcium hydroxide, okay? Step 3, if necessary, convert to moles. I'm in grams, so it's necessary, all right? Get out of grams of calcium hydroxide, get into moles of calcium hydroxide. I know sometimes it seems like a drag that you're writing out these compounds every single time. Do it, okay? It doesn't take you but an extra 2 seconds maybe, and this will help you to not get confused of which compound you're working with, because when you're doing Stoich, you switch between compounds, okay? So I know sometimes it feels like, do I really have to write out, 4 letters and a number? Whoa. Just do it, okay? Trust me. All right, so I get my molar mass. 1 mole of this is, I hope I saw this already. I did. 74.1 grams, all right? Good, so grams cancel out. Step 4 is to use your mole ratio. Okay, so I want to get out of moles of calcium hydroxide, and I want to get into moles of whatever it's asking for. I want to get into moles of aluminum hydroxide, and I use, ta-da, my balance coefficients, right? So 3 moles of this guy for every 2 moles of that guy. Aluminum hydroxide. Cool. And if necessary, convert units to whatever the question wants. Does my question, of course, it wants particles. That's what this whole thing is about, right? So I don't want moles of aluminum. I need to get out of moles. And I need to get into particles. Okay, so I use Avogadro's number here. 1 mole of anything, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles, okay? Make sure all your units are going to cancel nicely. Grams of calcium hydroxide cancel, moles of calcium hydroxide cancel, moles of aluminum hydroxide cancel. I'm left with particles of aluminum hydroxide. And I boop, boop, boop into my calculator, and I get 2.12 times 10 to the 19th particles of AlOH3. Woo woo. I might say compounds instead of particles, formula units instead of particles, whatever, okay? Means the same thing. Just make sure you know how to, use Avogadro's number if necessary. All right, good luck.